I saw those signs that said white men, white women, white waiting, colored waiting. We tasted the bitter fruits of racism.
We tasted the bitter fruits of racism, and we didn't like it, and we still don't like it, which is why it was so important for individuals from all walks of life to engage in a no-holds-barred conversation about racism and how to confront it. We caught up with Lou Gossett Jr., Academy Award-winning actor who was at the Race and Reconciliation Conference here in Washington, D.C., and he talked to us about how he believes white America perceives black America as well as this country's superiority problem. How do you think white America perceives black America? Do they look at those stereotypes of what we see on some of these music videos and look at that and say, that's black America? Or do they look at Barack Obama and say, that's black America?
I don't look at Barack Obama as a black American.
You don't?
I look at him as an American because he's half and half.
Okay.
He's a perfect fit for the next president. He's a perfect fit.
Do you think he'll win?
Yes.
Why?
I think because he just fits like a glove, and I think God is in charge of this election, and it transcends politics. Because McCain absolutely is the worst thing that can happen to this country if he wins.
Really? Now explain that, because many look at it and say, well, you know, Senator McCain is slightly liberal. He's voted with the Democrats on a couple of things.
Well,
is he really?
Well, Senator McCain, and I respect the politics in the Congress, but Senator McCain says we'll go to Afghanistan for 100 years if necessary until they learn their lesson. That's not really the way we should be doing our world. I think we've gotten into this problem because we think that way. We've painted ourselves into many, many corners because we consider ourselves superior. And there's some people who just don't like it.
Sure.
And when you confront someone who would rather die or destroy the planet than lose, then Barack Obama will sit down at the table with you. And so we don't know that when he went to the Middle East, as opposed to when McCain went to the Middle East, they stopped. There was the least amount of violence in the history of the war when Barack Obama was there. And they all bowed to him because he's a breath of fresh air.
So why did black America give Senator Obama such a hard time? Let's be honest. Black America, we didn't get on board until after he won Iowa and said, oh, wait a minute, this man can win.
They expected Barack Obama to go and use a black cause in order to be president. And he said, who wants to be the president? And that's how he's going to be best respected, as the president. The black people will benefit anyway, and so will white people. But he's got to be the president, which is the best example there is.
Civil rights activists, members of Congress, people from the worlds of academia and publishing all came forward to engage in a serious conversation and give birth to Bill and Janet Cohen's vision of a real conversation involving racism and reconciliation. We had the pleasure of catching up with civil rights pioneer Dorothy Height, and she discussed with us the new opportunities that this country has taken advantage of. Coming up next. Dr. Height, as we convene here to discuss the issue of racism in this country, did you ever believe that you would see the day that an African American would possibly become the leader of the free world?
Well, I certainly did not think I would live that long, but I always hoped for it. And now to be there is truly something that I think is not only challenging, but it's exciting and hopeful.
Were you surprised that Iowa, a state that has the 5th largest white American population in the country, would send this African American on this momentum wave?
Well, I was surprised in one sense. In the other one, I realized that for many people, it was a new opportunity and a first opportunity, and I took advantage of it, and I think it was great.
If, in fact, Senator Obama is elected president in a couple of short months, can African Americans cry racism any longer?
Well, I think racism is so built into the policies and practices in this country that it will not be eliminated with the election of an African American as president. And much as I would hope so, but you see, the vestiges of slavery are in the institutions in our country. And the policies, the practices, the laws, the decision making, the power, all of that is in it. And so I think the good thing is to have a person who has been somewhat the victim of it and knows what it is in a leadership role to help lead us out of this. But it's institutionalized, and we all have to work at it.